And welcome back to the Laboratory Podcast with Dex and Los, where we talk about basketball. We talk about life. We talk about whatever the hell we like. It's me.
It is you.
You feel me?
Right.
It's D. You feel him?
Yeah.
And he's my man to the right. Let's get this shit started.
How you doing this morning, brother?
Well, it's the morning.
I also say I like the morning show. We said it last week, but I like the morning shows a lot better. It
got a little bit more energy.
This gets my blood flowing going into the day.
Your whole day hasn't been destroyed and
by
and
retail.
beat down by customers and patients and and getting shit shoved up the booty.
What? All right, that shit don't be happening to me at work. I don't know what they be doing in firefighter land, but all right. So, same thing we be talking about the last few episodes. It's only one round of the finals. So it's not a whole lot we can talk about. But Game 5, we can talk about. We can talk about Game 5 because Game 5 was the Jrue Holiday game. He was due for one. He definitely was due.
I don't want to talk about it at all.
Well, we're going to talk about it because
I don't want to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it anyway. Well, I'm going to talk about it. You can listen. So, Devin Booker went off. Devin Booker still was, going crazy doing Devin Booker things until, the end of the game when Jrue Holiday gets on him. Right. And then he gets stripped and stuff like that happens.
Oh, well, you know what that makes me think of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we double teaming in pickup games, huh?
Yeah. We ain't doing that. Yes, we are. Shout out to Keem Noah, seeing the future, knowing that Devin Booker would need that.
Need that help.
Need that help.
Need that training. Just to get double teamed in the finals, and it's like
that did make him uncomfortable because I think he's seen a lot of doubles, but being doubled by probably Giannis and Khris Middleton is probably a different type of double. I don't know if they was the ones doubling, but I know that the double teams that they were seeing were a lot more aggressive than the ones he saw from the Lakers or the Clippers. I feel like, especially because they play really good team defense, off ball. So the Bucks, they let him go off for a little bit, and then once he gets hot, they be like, all right, Jrue slow him down, and then Jrue will slow him down, and then Chris Paul might get a few buckets here and there. But then all right, slow down Chris Paul now.
And Jrue Holiday has ultimate defensive assignments because he has to switch literally in the game.
Break.
Either whoever he has to switch between Chris Paul. Okay, Chris Paul getting a few buckets. Go to CP.
Yeah, and
then he's like, all right, Devin Booker's going off. Go back to Devin Booker. Okay, CP's going off.
And
go back to CP.
And they're slowing both right back down.
Yeah, it's now if they had two Jrue Holidays out there.
This would probably be over already.
It would have been 4-0 Bucks if they had two Jrue Holidays.
Jrue Holiday hasn't had a break since the first round. Defensively. First round he ain't really had to worry about. I don't think he really had to guard Jimmy like that. Jimmy wasn't going crazy. No. But second round you got to fucking guard James Harden and Kyrie Irving. Yeah. Given they both got hurt and they weren't the same, but still you didn't really get a break until Game 4, Game 5. And then even after that you started to guard Trae Young and being pick and roll to death. And then now you playing Chris Paul getting pick and roll to death, and then Devin Booker
getting
as
pick
well.
And roll to death.
Yeah. So either way it goes, Jrue is on some shit. So shout out Jrue finally having a good game. Well, not finally having a good game. Finally having a
great game.
Yeah, having
a great game, and then trying his best. To stop.
I know a lot of people are his numbers are similar to Eric Bledsoe. They just got
the first couple games ever since.
Yeah, no, they put up his percentages. He was shooting 41% from the field that. It was a whole bunch of shit. But I was I know Eric Bledsoe was first team all defense, but he is real life nowhere near the defender Jrue is.
No,
Eric Bledsoe was still getting cooked. Jrue don't be getting cooked that often. And if he do, it's just some shit you real life can't do shit
by Terry Rozier.
Literally. Basically, yeah. When you put it
Jrue Bledsoe, in the words of Terry Rozier.
Damn, I forgot he did. He said that shit, and then got fucked up the very next game.
They didn't showed up. They showed up to the game with the Jrue Bledsoe Patriots jersey.
Shout out, Scary Terry. But yeah, man, the I want to talk about Chris Paul for a second.
No,
please, we have to.
God, no.
So Chris Paul, I feel in the last month, went from everybody rooting for him to now everybody hating him. And you know, I didn't know there was that many people that hated Chris Paul.
Oh, I knew.
I did not know
there's
that
been
many.
Plenty of people that have hated him since high school.
I did not know.
I'm sorry, not high school. Since college. Yeah.
I did not know that many people hated Chris Paul until like now. I know people like joke about like, you know, it's NBA Twitter, so everybody gets like catches jokes. No matter who you are, everybody catches jokes. Yeah. Well, it's been real life like fuck Chris Paul, like the most overrated point guard of all time, most glorified loser, and a whole bunch of shit like that. I'm like, damn, still top 5. I don't know why people like don't sell it. I don't know why he gets that much hate. I don't know who.
I'm unsure.
I don't know who white feet smash or what the hell he be doing.
Why he
but
gets
damn.
that much hate. Because he's kind of dirty. He's kind of a dirty player.
Yeah.
CP's kind of dirty.
Yeah, that's what I keep saying too. They was talking about the push that he had on Giannis. Like Giannis didn't dunk
that's
that.
The reason. Yeah, that's part of the reason. He hit one dude in the balls back in college.
Yeah, he did.
Purposely.
Yeah, what is that wait for?
And then that's when people started to hate him. Like, he's kind of dirty. Yeah, CP is relatively dirty.
All right, well, you can admit that. And that's your man.
And he flops.
He does flop. He flops unnecessarily.
He flops quite often. So people hate him.
It don't even be selling a contact flop too. That's the only thing I hate. Like when we was watching the first few games, I was like, he's too great to keep fucking flopping. Yeah. They were winning the games too, and I don't know. But so if the Suns do win, I think Chris Paul has lost his chance of the Finals MVP.
No, he lost it.
He lost it. After all that shit,
multiple 40-point games.
After all that shit, we was talking. Yeah. He lost it. So I don't know what happened in what was it, game 4. I think he was really bad in game 4. Game 5, he came back out. I know the numbers made him look great. What he had like 22 and 11 or some shit like that, or 22 and 10. So I don't know. Chris Paul, like box score wise,
CP still shooting 50% from the field.
Yeah, he looked like if you just looked at the box score, you would have thought he had a good game last game. But if you watch the game, you like, nah.
No,
that motherfucker was kind of tweaking. He was kind of tweaking.
I wouldn't say a great game.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Chris Paul game. What you need from Chris Paul in the finals?
It wasn't game 1 Chris Paul.
Yeah, it wasn't even game 2 Chris Paul. Shit. Well, maybe, but I don't know. I just feel like he could have did more last game, and they probably would have won. I just feel I don't know. I want to. People saying like disappearing down the stretch. I don't feel like disappearing, but I feel like he wasn't controlling the game like he should be controlling the game.
If anything, I feel like it was the opposite from watching the game. I felt like he took it easy the first 3 quarters, and in the fourth quarter, he was like, "All right, I'm gonna try to turn the team around." Yeah, it's too late. And he played good the fourth quarter. He got that impossible ass bucket over Giannis, which was
you talking about the fade?
Yeah, which I definitely didn't think.
I thought that shit was getting sent to the stands.
Yeah, so I think he's. I don't know why. I just feel like he's not being aggressive the entire game. But I'm pretty sure. I'm willing to bet, he's tired, as well as everybody else being
he's
tired.
He's probably gassing him up.
Yeah, I'm sure Devin Booker's tired.
Yeah.
Giannis is visibly tired because there's stretches he just walks. He just walks up and is just breathing heavy. I'm pretty sure Khris Middleton's tired. All these dudes are tired. Like this has been a long season. It's just neither of these teams have made it to the finals before, so I'm pretty sure they don't know how to act. They're like, oh, whew, damn. So it's just shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's banged up in some sort of way. Yeah, Chris Paul is banged up with his
wrist or something. Yeah, right?
Something's going on with his wrist.
Yeah.
So which is not an excuse.
No,
because they were up 2-0. They were up 16 points that last game.
I don't know how they turned that shit around.
More defense.
They stopped playing defense like the second quarter until halfway through the fourth, and then it was like
they waited till the fourth quarter to start playing defense.
Let's turn it back on. Like I don't know what the fuck happened, but they went on that run without Giannis in the game. I think that was the first time they've outscored the Suns without Giannis in the game, but it did help that Jrue Holiday was also hooping.
I'm convinced the Suns said, "Hey, we're gonna let Jrue Holiday beat us." Like we're gonna make Jrue Holiday beat us. We're gonna have to guard everybody, Khris Middleton and Giannis.
It was still some tough ass buckets Jrue hit though.
And Jrue Holiday was like,
cool.
Yeah.
Say less.
I mean, there were some tough buckets that he hit, but the majority of his buckets I feel like just came
too easy.
Yeah, kind of easy. Like they weren't really they were there, but they were like they weren't making it hard for him. If that makes sense.
I get what you're saying. All right, let's look to the Bucks end. Because there's been a debate that I've seen. CJ McCollum said this, and it sparked a whole bunch of shit about people talking shit about C.J. McCollum after that. But
Right.
C.J. McCollum basically said, so how many votes does Khris get for Finals MVP if the Bucks win? How many
votes?
Is it 11?
I don't know.
What the? Either it was like how many votes. He said how many votes does Khris get if they get finals? If the Bucks win the finals, because he's been closing.
He has been closing.
He has been closing.
He is their closer,
as he should be. But Giannis has been killing on both ends of the floor.
Yeah.
Khris had like a bad, I think, game 2 or game 3.
No, it would have been game 2.
Game 2, he played okay in game 3 because he had like 15. That was the first game at home. He didn't go crazy, but he didn't like hoop either. And I remember because I had my parlay.
Yeah.
One of my parlays is based on him getting 25. I don't know. Giannis only had one game that he wasn't like super dominant, and that was the first game, and the motherfucker still had like 20 and 17.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to argue the motherfucker who's doing it both on both ends of the floor. Who's had really great moments so far too, like career highlight worthy moments, like the block on Aiden.
Cam Johnson
too, but we talking about the Bucks. Cam Johnson too, but we talking about the Bucks right now. Yeah, man, Giannis is gonna be Finals MVP no matter what. I just don't see the one. Giannis get too much love, no matter what.
They lose.
I was talking about if they win. Like if they win, no matter what.
They're not gonna lose, though.
You don't think they're gonna lose? No.
the
Giannis gets his
momentum
first
has swung the Bucks completely the Bucks
completely. Yeah, man, I don't know. Giannis has been on like a fucking tear. I think he's averaging like 32 and 16. And he was passing that bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew he had vision. We knew he could like not the vision, not vision, but we knew he got some vision. And there was some passes I was like, oh, that was a really good. Like I think he hit Bobby Portis in the corner on a no look. I was like, I didn't think you saw him.
Yeah.
And that shit was a dart too. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Shout out Giannis doing this fucking thing.
The Bucks team who wasn't supposed to be here.
No. Doing it all without their GOAT, DiVincenzo.
You know what's crazy? Yeah, the GOAT. You know what's crazy? We hear all this stuff about Chris Paul and the Suns making it to the finals because everybody was hurt. I feel like I haven't heard about the Bucks when they played the Nets.
It's been a little bit of argument about it. Like not a whole. It's not to the same effect as the Suns because everybody's saying, well, the Suns had it easy every step, but it was like, well, if you look at the Bucks, they played the Nets and the Nets lost 2 of their 3 stars. Yeah. So that's why everybody. It's been not as much as the Suns, but people still comment on it.
If you want to be technical, the Hawks were hurt too because they didn't have
DeAndre Hunter. Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, you're not wrong, but they also didn't have Giannis for was it 2 games I think against the Hawks? They didn't have him 2 or 3 games. Yeah. So I don't think there's any team in history that doesn't have.
Hey, the Suns didn't have Chris Paul for 2 games.
They did not
due to COVID.
Indeed. But I don't know. I think it's I think no team in NBA history doesn't have like some type of where they want the benefit of like the other team being hurt. At least somebody. I feel like every team has that. At least somewhere along the lines. Well, that team could have beat them. Well, ifs and ands. Well, we can't keep playing. We can play that game all day, no matter who it is. So you want to talk about Game 6 tonight and your predictions for Game 6 tonight?
My prediction is the Suns are going to lose because Scott Foster is coaching.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, not coaching. He's reffing the game.
I was going to say Scott Foster is reffing the game. So for those of y'all,
13 in a row that Chris Paul is going to lose to Scott Foster.
For those of y'all who don't know, Scott Foster is a referee in the NBA who probably has it out for Chris Paul because at this point it's 12 games in a row that Chris Paul has lost when Scott Foster has won. So not only does Chris Paul and the Suns have to play the Bucks, they also have to play Scott Foster. So Chris Paul got to come out of hoop and hope that DeAndre Ayton sets the cleanest screens of his life, as well as Devin Booker got to come hoop. You look like you already accepted defeat.
I honestly have. I went from Suns and 4 to Suns and 5 to Bucks and 6. It hurts. It hurts a lot. Like I'm real life finna cry.
I can hear the pain in your voice.
I'm real life finna cry. Once this game is over, I'm real life finna cry because I know Chris Paul ain't finna go back to. This is his one and only shot. His window is closing. Is cracked. His window is cracked where a fly can't even fly in. And they out here losing it because they don't know when and when not to play defense.
Yeah, you should always play defense though.
When they say defense wins championships, they weren't lying.
Yeah,
it wasn't a joke.
You can score as much as you want, but if you can at least stop the other team from scoring just a little bit. Neither of them motherfuckers played defense last game. Both of their ass shot like 55% plus.
You just need a couple stops.
Yeah, and they couldn't even get that. And they got them towards the end of the game.
And the Suns shot 55%.
Yeah,
the Bucks still got timely stops though.
Yeah, Drew Holiday.
Yeah, that was the difference maker. The Bucks got timely stops in the Suns. Y'all can go on a run.
They were getting them at times. Like I said, like once that fourth quarter started, almost about halfway through, they like turned it up like a lot, and then they got the game within one. I think they were up one maybe.
They weren't up one.
They got it within one, and then
isn't that crazy to say when they were up 16 in the first quarter though? They got it within one.
Yeah.
Hey guys. Hey, we're doing a good job. We got it. We're down one right now after being up 16 points in the first quarter. But whatever.
My prediction is the same as his though for Game 6. I think the Bucks may close it out tonight. Really,
they are at home too.
They're at home and they're like
they got Scott Foster.
That's really the part where I'm like, damn, and it's really ugly for it because Scott Foster. That hurts the Suns' chances a whole lot. I was really going. Usually, I was coming in. I was going to be like, "Oh man, I really hope the Suns win tonight." I don't think they can win with Scott Foster, and that's really messed up to say. I really think the NBA needs to look at that. If you losing 13 straight or 12 straight, well, let's say 11, because the last one that was their fault. They lost that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, technically it's still 12 straight. Like you got to look into some shit at some point. And I know like technically it's fouls and shit. Like calls can go either way a lot. But if all those fouls are going against me. And calls are going against me for 12 straight games or 11 straight games.
I guarantee Giannis is going to be at the free throw line about 15 times.
Well, he's been there like that anyway.
I mean,
he was at 11
the last
game.
Scott Foster game. That's crazy though, because Scott Foster ain't coached a CP game since the Lakers series.
Yeah,
So why is he back already?
Please. He was back. He was back for this. He was in the pool for this series.
All right. So how's he back again? Like, is there not a rotation where it's like
they have I think it's 12. It's either a 12 or 13 man rotation, and it's 4 reps they have like every night. So he was due to eat. It was either this game or Game 7.
There's 4 reps every game.
It's 3 reps and then it's a backup rep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So would you rather be this or Game 7? Which one would you?
I'd rather it'd be not at all. Either way, it doesn't.
If they win today, if they can win today, it's a big if. But if they can win today, then you have the chance with probably no Scott Foster next game, and then you at home. So I would rather take games. It's gonna be ass either way because you away, and the Bucks are a different beast for some reason when they're at home. But yeah.
They finna lose. No, you can say this. None of the games that they played, nobody has really taken. I mean, they win, but nobody's taken like really big advantage of either of them. Like all the games have been really close. Yeah,
relatively. It'll be close until like the last minute, and that's when the foul game comes into play, and then the team pulls away a little bit. But like usually like the last 2-3 minutes of the game, all of the games are close. I love how everybody was saying it's going to be a trash ass series, and it's probably the most fun series we've had in a minute.
Oh, speaking of
exciting series.
Speaking of, so like you said, so this series has come out to be pretty good, right? So I saw a tweeter. I saw a tweet that said, "This is probably the best series since 2016."
You talking about what fucking Kevin Durant said?
And Kevin Durant said 2017. Actually, and then he put the 2017. Yeah, 2017 is better.
And then
KD, just shut up.
Did you see why he said that?
Why?
And they were saying it was like, no, that shit was lopsided. He said that was pretty much. He said that shit was an even matchup, top to bottom.
I hate Kevin Durant. I hate Kevin Durant so much.
So the reason why everybody was like, y'all, I don't remember. People were saying like, I remember y'all saying like LeBron is going to take care of them niggas. I was like, I feel like LeBron fans said that, like, you know, the Nick Wrights of the world were saying shit like that. I was like, LeBron is going to take care of these guys. And then obviously when they lose after, it was like, you expected LeBron to take care of these guys. Yeah. You guys expected it. You guys wanted him to do it. Well, obviously, yeah, motherfucker, you said he was going to do it. We knew he wasn't going to win that shit. We hoped he was.
I don't think
there's
nobody between, in this world that thought LeBron was winning that series. There was hope, but nobody was like.
There was hope, but if I barely beat you motherfuckers a year ago, like barely beat you motherfuckers a year ago, and then y'all went and then y'all added the second best player in the game. I don't know.
That's a little harder.
You guys went from Harrison Barnes to Kevin Durant in your starting lineup. I barely beat y'all when y'all had Harrison Barnes, who just forgot how to shoot in those finals. Yeah. Who just real life forgot how to shoot. You got the motherfucker who not finna ever in his life forget how to shoot. I don't know.
Don't forget, I have J.R. Smith on my team. J.R. Smith who be high before the game.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's the part I didn't like about it. It was even matchup top to bottom.
Well, LeBron probably be high before the game too.
LeBron probably do. LeBron be drunk before the game.
Off of wine.
Literally off of wine. That's all I got. Almost. No, it's not. From an NBA standpoint, from this active though. But let's talk about Dame and him not fucking running from the grind. Can you at least walk, jog, crawl, do something? Get away from the grind. Get away from the grind, nigga. Fuck.
He did a whole not a whole press conference.
They were pressing for it.
Yeah, and he was like, "No, I didn't ask for a trade."
He was like, "I'm not asking for a trade. I expect to be with the Trailblazers next season." And as soon as I saw it, I was like, "This, what the fuck? Damn."
The one thing.
Why?
The one thing he said that kind of held out hope that he might leave was like I expect for us to be better, pretty much. Like this is we haven't made it to the Western Conference Finals. Like there's no reason why we should have lost in the first round to a Jamal Murray-less Nuggets. So that kind of held out a little bit of hope. But he's saying that he wants the Portland Trailblazers to build better.
But you can't build in Portland.
Leaving.
You can't build in Portland unless you building through the draft. You can't build shit in Portland.
Yeah, nobody wants to fucking come to Portland.
Yeah, ain't nobody coming to Portland.
Nobody's thinking like, that's where I want to be. I want to be in Portland, Oregon, where it rains all the time and there's not really a nightlife.
Yeah, there's nothing to do there besides go to Nike headquarters and shit.
That's pretty much it.
I don't know why Dame's there.
And then you're endorsed by Adidas.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
What purpose does that serve now?
Man, oh my God, bro.
He needs to leave though.
So bad. I just need him to get out of Portland. I just want him to get somewhere. But what else I have? The Team USA replacements.
They're gonna have to replace Zach LaVine now too.
Probably, yeah. They saying they still hope he can come, but they're probably gonna end up having to replace Zach LaVine. So if they do end up having to replace Zach LaVine, I would like
Trae Young,
Patty Will. I would like Patty Will because they need defense and front court. They need length because they be getting bullied by everybody else. They still need buckets, but I think at that point you have enough bucket getters on your team. You need like grit. That's why you have JaVale McGee.
All right.
I was surprised they had JaVale McGee. Right. Not grit, exactly.
Grit
but like
JaVale McGee.
Not grit, but like defense, protect the rim and the rim runner. Somebody who can at least be a big body. Maybe not gritty, but he's still not a bitch. Like,
hold on, this is something I want to bring up.
Yeah.
So this was brought up to me recently, and then I really thought about it. I was like, man, it makes a lot of sense. So if you think about it, the top 5 centers in the league.
You talking about their resumes and shit?
Not their resumes, but think about it like this: the top 5 centers in the league, right? Half of them.
Oh, yeah.
Half of them aren't from USA.
Yeah, we talk about this in the group chat, right?
Yeah.
None of the
so
top.
You got Jokic.
You got Jokic.
Who's from?
Is it Slovenia?
Somewhere. I was going to say Serbia. I'm unsure. I think it's Serbia, though. I could be wrong.
It's Serbia.
So you have Jokic, who's from Serbia, maybe.
Maybe.
You have Joel Embiid, who's from Cameroon.
Indeed.
Right? I don't even know who the third is.
Let's say Rudy
Gobert, France.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's say Bam. He's from here. He could play for Nigeria. Which
he could have
probably should have thought about.
Probably. But Bam was the only one.
Yeah.
And then Cat.
And then Cat, who's not even playing, but he played for
Dominican Republic, right? Yeah.
That's
one of the 5. And then who can't even think any centers that's really good after that. Damn.
All right, so this is why I wanted to bring up. The next center who I can think of who's from the United States that we could play would be Brook Lopez. That's the very next one. I could say AD, but AD's hurt.
Aiden? Oh no. Bahamas.
Yeah, Bahamas. I think he could technically play.
Yeah.
But I think I want to say the Bahamas.
That kind of goes to what we were saying last week, though. Like, that talent gap ain't as big no more as it was before.
It's really
when it comes
not.
to
There's no big man from the United States that's really like that, though.
Maybe Sabonis, because he was in Portland.
Technically, yes, Sabonis.
But
he
heritage,
probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dad be looking at him like this.
What did you want? Well, his dad's dead.
What did you want?
I think his dad's not alive.
Looking down on him. What is you doing?
But yeah, like there's no big man in the league right now that's really from the United States. Goes to show that all the big men
should have got Zion and Julius Randle.
All the big men in the NBA from the United States, everybody wants to be a guard. Everybody wants to play like a guard. Once you eliminate AD and Bam from the conversation,
if AD was healthy, he probably would have did it.
Yeah, there's not really. Yeah, AD would have did it if he was healthy, but there's not really nobody else other than fucking Brook Lopez I could think of.
That's fucked up.
And then JaVale McGee.
That's big. Or you just saying there's 5?
That's big men, like 4 and 5.
Zion and Julius Randle are the only ones that come to my head.
And neither of them are playing.
Neither of them are playing though. No.
And even then, they're still. Well, Julius Randle is kind of big, I guess. They're both, one is 6'9" and one is 6'7". Like, I'm looking for actual 6'10" and above going out there to block shots, and like there's no Dwight Howard type player. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like to compare to the 2008 team, there's not a Dwight Howard out there. There's not a Chris Bosh out there.
No.
2012, there's not a Tyson Chandler out there.
That's fucked up.
There's no
real life.
KD is our
JaVale McGee is the closest thing that Tyson Chandler we finna get on Team USA.
KD and Bam are big man because Kevin Love just left.
He shouldn't have been there. No way.
He shouldn't have been there, but it helps a little at least. I mean, not really because he's not out there blocking shots.
Yeah, he was out there grounded in the motherfucker. He not.
But I mean, hey, he would have been getting boards though.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This ain't 2012 or 2010. Kevin Love,
Tristan Thompson.
That nigga's Canadian.
Oh, he sure is.
Nigga's Canadian.
Damn, we don't have nobody. Once again, it goes to show that the talent gap isn't.
It's not as big. It honestly may not be there.
Basketball has traveled the world and has brought people together. It's crazy. But
like the hand gestures just to come back here.
Just to come back here. It brought people together. The game of basketball has brought the world in alignment. And everybody's just like this now. Before it was like this. 1992, it was like this. But then they were like, hey, Michael Jordan's kind of good. I kind of want to play like him. And then it went here. And then they were like, hey, Kobe Bryant's kind of good. I kind of want to play like him. Or, I'll go before that. 96. Shaq is kind of good. I want to play like him. Then they're like, Kobe's kind of good. Because we can't talk about 2000 or 2004.
No. They were like, these niggas kind of suck. We can do more.
Yeah, they were like, Kobe's kind of good. I want to play like him. And then LeBron is kind of good. I want to play like him. And they're like, you know what? I want to be better than these motherfuckers.
hence you got Luka Doncic. No, I'm just playing.
Got Giannis. I mean, Giannis isn't playing, but Giannis could go to Greece and just kill us
if he wanted to.
Kill us.
If he really wanted to, he could definitely go kill. That motherfucker probably going on a break though.
Him and Thanasis
Antetokounmpo
and Kostas could just run a 3-man just big man lineup,
just dunking on everybody.
Just dunking on everybody.
back screens for days.
That'd be
You're
ridiculous.
not. I feel like you damn near not scoring.
Just dunking in defense.
I feel like you're not.
That's it.
I don't think you're scoring on them niggas with FIBA rules, bro.
Nah.
All that you're not getting no touch fouls, bro. It's just straight body.
Just strength and
Just
strength and anger. That's strength, anger, and athleticism. That's all it is. Kostas, Giannis, and Thanasis.
Oh shit! Damn, that's crazy.
That'd be a tough lineup to try to score, to go to the paint on. Because
You
Thanasis is finna play good defense and foul you, and it's not finna be called.
it's not even gonna be a soft foul either. This is gonna be a tough foul.
Yeah.
God damn.
Thanasis looks like the type of player who plays good defense, but in the process of playing good defense, hacks you. That's exactly what he looks like. He looks like he's supposed to be playing football. Like he moves his feet well because of football feet work.
Niggas just there.
Yeah. But then doesn't know what to. But it is just used to contact and is gonna hit you.
That's a foul. Yes, nigga.
I'm dying.
You hit me in my spleen.
Just knock
Shit
my
hurt.
head off. My head is over there.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. This is gonna be a little rough time. So by the time we record our next episode, the finals will be over. Yeah. So we'll have new content for y'all.
And the Tokyo Olympics will have begun.
So we'll talk about the Olympics a little bit, just in all that encompasses, everything that we can remember. Because sometimes we be forgetting. But we'll see, They
finna lose. We finna get bronze this year.
I'll cry. I will cry. The women will hold us down, though. The men might. The women will hold us down, though.
The Olympics team is going to go out there and destroy, because I don't think basketball's brought their world together like that yet.
Not as much. It's still some raw women overseas, but I don't know.
It'd be some raw women overseas, and they be from here.
That too.
They be from here.
That too.
And they just
Australia will have some smoke for us, but Liz ain't playing though.
No, she's not playing.
No. So.
Well, Liz, boy, that's a boy. Liz Cambridge, boy, she can, I'm not gonna go into detail. I climbed that street.
I gotta show you the thread on Twitter, bro. That shit was funny as hell. I forgot who she was holding in the. I think it was Team USA versus WNBA game or something. She was holding somebody. It might have been Skylar Diggins. Yeah. And the whole thread was funny as shit. I know somebody posted like when the yams touched the macaroni and cheese. It was shit like that. I gotta send it to you when I find it. I know I can find it. I gotta find it after we finish this. I'm gonna send it to you. That shit had me crying for a good hour.
Well, I did watch that game though.
Yeah, it was killing.
If you don't watch the WNBA,
when you can, I'm not saying that all the games are because I know what y'all be thinking, but
that was the really good game because it was everybody was stars.
Yeah, it was literally all the raw ass ladies in the WNBA going at each other.
Yeah. That game was pretty good to watch.
Yeah.
Boy, the 3-point contest.
They be doing it. Nah, they be doing the some of them dirty. I forgot what the fuck is
the 3-point contest was better than the men's. That was low key exciting because they were
clipping that bitch.
They were hidden they were hidden.
Yeah.
Like they weren't. I'm convinced they're better shooters than the men. Probably not Steph Curry, but the rest of the field is up for debate.
Yeah. Oh, you want to briefly talk about that dumbass picture that niggas is arguing about that I was talking about before the thing? It was like who's gonna be on the bench.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Bring that up.
Just because we need some shit to talk about real quick too. And also, y'all ass tweaking. There's no fucking way in hell. So anyway, the picture says all 6 of these players on the same team in their prime. Who is getting pushed to the bench? The players are LeBron,
right?
Mike,
right?
Steph,
right?
Kobe,
right?
Kevin Durant,
right?
And Shaq,
right?
There are 3 for sure locks off the rip, and that's Shaq because Shaq is the only big motherfucker there. You're not for the not start Shaq,
right?
And then you got Mike,
right?
Because it's fucking Michael Jordan,
because he's the GOAT,
and then you got LeBron,
who's the baby GOAT,
And then after that, it still locks in because you got Kevin Durant. Your choices are: do you start Kevin Durant?
You have to start Kevin Durant.
You have to start Kevin Durant at the 4, and then you like, all right, Kobe or Steph.
I'm picking.
I'm picking Kobe. I don't know what the fuck. First of all, if I have my starting lineup, is LeBron at the 1.
Yes.
Mike, Kobe, whoever one of them niggas, they can flip a coin. 2 and the 3.
Right.
KD at the 4.
Yes.
And then Shaq at the 5.
Yes.
That
And
might
Steph
actually be the greatest starting lineup that you can think of.
And Steph Curry off the bench, averaging 25.
Facts.
Because he's
Steph,
gonna,
Steph
like I said
off
before,
the bench.
he's gonna have the Jordan
Clarkson green light.
coming off the bench, and his only job, he doesn't even have to run the offense anymore. Nope. Not that he really does now.
Just score.
Yeah, but his whole object is just put the ball in the basket, and that's it. And however way you want to do it, just do it.
Get a bucket and throw it down if you want to.
Yeah, if you want. That's not even your job no more.
Man, you gotta do that. So yeah, I'm putting Steph on the bench. I saw a lot of people saying, "Well, no, I'm putting like KD on the bench."
All right, why?
I mean, I get it.
That don't even make sense.
They will have like you
Steph. Still have to kind of. Here's the difference between Steph Curry coming off the bench and Kevin Durant coming off the bench. KD is a certified bucket, correct?
Correct.
Steph Curry is also a certified bucket. Kevin Durant, I feel like you have to run more plays for than Steph Curry. Steph Curry could just go out there and just.
Steph, you don't have to run plays for. He'll just run.
He's just gonna run.
He knows how to move off the ball. Not that Kevin Durant doesn't, but Kevin Durant, you got to set a play up for. Yeah. It might be a back screen or a down screen or some shit, but he needs to find he's gonna find himself down on that low block or high post. Either way it go, and then he gonna cook.
Yeah,
he cooking. You get stuff. Not that he can't just go get a bucket whenever he wants to, but more often than not, he comes out. He just kills from some type of set play. I feel like.
Yes.
But yeah, I ain't seen nobody else. I saw maybe people saying Kobe come off the bench and do the same thing you did. Like Kobe just kills with the second unit, which I get is a viable option. Kobe gonna kill with anybody you put him with.
Yes.
But I feel like you put Kobe and Mike in your starting lineup. Nobody's scoring on that team.
I just feel like on that team, the perfect sixth man will be Steph.
Because I feel like nobody's scoring on that starting lineup. Because at that point, Kevin Durant has no choice but to play defense. Because if you don't, all 4 of them niggas is cussing you out.
Yeah. Damn.
LeBron might not cuss as much. He gonna see Kobe and Mike cussing at him and be like this.
Give you a look.
LeBron gonna look at you, but then Kobe and Mike gonna cuss him out. LeBron gonna give you the damn. I'm sorry, them niggas just cuss you out. Look, but you should be playing defense. And then Shaq is just going.
KD finna hold up. Maybe KD off the bench. KD not finna be able to
let us know what y'all think though.
Kobe and Mike on the same team. KD finna be like,
I cried.
Stop. Why are you yelling at me? I'm finna leave. I don't want to be here no more.
It's probably why he left Westbrook. Westbrook's probably cussing his ass out.
The Warriors.
Yeah.
Definitely said Draymond played a part in him leaving.
That is, you call me a bitch ass nigga. Me and you call each other bitch playfully all day. We ain't never been like in the heat of the moment and then said bitch ass nigga.
Nah, that's never happened.
Nah, we be ready to fight. What the fuck? Surprised them niggas actually didn't throw hands at that moment.
Well, because KD's soft. Draymond was like, do something. Draymond literally told him, we was winning here without you. We don't need you. And KD was like, okay.
You right.
I'll leave.
Win now. Them niggas ain't won since. But still.
That's true. But they still won without him, though.
They did. They did win without you. They technically did.
Here's what they think about you.
All right, that's all we got, though, man. No, it's not. That's all we got for, laboratory. Laboratory. But it's time for y'all favorite segment of the week. Oh, damn. I thought I was going to keep it up there for a minute.
No.
Why you ain't do it?
No. All right, so we got the fact of the week this week. So, a lot of fans are complaining about the number of fouls being called, right?
Right.
Do you think there's a lot of fouls that have been called in the last, let's say, 10 or so years?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the game has gotten softer and there's a lot of more touchy fouls that have gone on than
I think watching the game, it feels like there are a lot more touchy fouls than there have been previously. Okay,
but did you know?
Probably not, but go ahead.
Did you know that the foul calls in this last season, the 2021 season, has been the lowest amount of foul calls called in the history of the NBA?
I did not know that.
Did y'all know that?
Wait, in the history of the NBA?
In the history. Since the NBA-ABA merger, which was I shouldn't say the history, but the NBA ABA merger, which was back in the 70s.
I was fun to say this is a shortened season, but
you're right.
We've had lockout seasons.
You're
where
right.
it was 60-something, 66 games.
Yeah, you're right
So
on
that's
that.
crazy.
But here's the thing though. This is going off of average.
Okay.
You feel me?
No. But go ahead.
So not I shouldn't have said the amount of foul calls. I should have said
just
averaging foul calls
per game.
Yes.
Oh.
So so the average number of fouls being committed by teams in the 2021 NBA season are at an all-time low with 19.3 fouls per game. Do you want to know what the highest was?
25.
Close. 26.2 fouls committed.
What year was that?
The 81-82
God, them niggas was just killing each other.
They was just fouling back
them
then.
niggas wasn't even fouling. They was trying to yank each other's heads off.
Low key. And then ever since then, fouls have been declining.
Shout out to it.
So you think about it,
it feels like it's weak ass fouls.
Yeah, it feels like it's ticky tack fouls, little touchy fouls, and more of them have been called because even then, because they've added a new foul, which is you can't come up under somebody who's shooting, right?
Yeah.
And somehow it's the lowest. And you would think back in the 90s, nobody was calling fouls.
Like
People
that.
was just getting beat up, and you just had to take it. But apparently not. They were actually
They were actually calling them. They would
but
probably blow the
back
whistle.
then,
They
yeah.
just swallowing the whistle on some of them.
But I think the reason for that is because back then they were still beating them up. But they actually called the fouls.
Yeah.
Beat up. Like those fouls were much more hard. Those were hard fouls back then. But they called them though.
Those are fouls. These are fouls.
Fouls.
Foul me.
That's it. But shout out Fact of the Week. Shout out fouls. Lack of fouls.
Shout out Team USA. Shout out
Team USA, who needs to be fouling to win the game, probably.
Bucks in 6. Shout out the Bucks. I really hope it goes to 7.
I do too.
Only-
But it's not gonna happen though.
Only for the fact that I don't get off work until 10 o'clock supposedly today.
Right.
So if I miss that game,
supposedly.
so supposedly,
All right.
so we gonna see.
All right.
Gotta try to finesse some shit, but we'll see how that works out for a nigga. Probably not that well, but we'll see though. Like I said, we'll see.
We shall see.
We shall see. As always, if you're watching on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave that like and review 4 or 5 stars. If you're watching on Spotify, watch it. If you listen on Spotify, keep sharing. Tell your friends to tell their friends, and then tell their friends to tell their friends, and then tell their parents and their cousins and everybody that they know. Tell your worst enemy.
Oh.
Do that. How about that? Spread the love. Because nothing feels better
my
than
enemy is my friend.
Because nothing feels better than feeling the love.
Oh.
Do you know what that's from?
Nope.
That's O Raven. All right. Peace out.
Peace.